best thing Desmond ever said. There is an assassin. Wait, what?
No, there's not. No, there's not.
It says there is, my dude. I don't remember there being an assassin's tomb at Montergione.
It's because there's not.
Well, what did that say? Because it said assassin's tomb.
Look at him. Oh. Come now, I'm a friend. This is no way.
What?
What is this?
This must be DLC.
DLC?
Yeah, from the remastered deluxe edition, whatever the thing.
So this is something we have never played before? So you're telling me?
I think so. I don't recognize it.
I have no idea what this is. Can I really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. The Auditore Family Crypt. This
Wow.
is so exciting. Oh my gosh. How did we not know that this was here? You gonna read it?
I was raised in a small house by the Venetian lagoon within sight of the rough foam-capped waves of the sea. When I was barely old enough to walk, I became a sailor navigating the Atlantic, first as an apprentice, then while carrying cargo for my father's patron, Mr. Marco Polo. It was a good life. And that's how they became assassins. Because Marco Polo knew Altair.
That is true. That was awful. So is that
Nope, that's where we
where
came
it
from.
came from?
There.
Oh, I see what it wants me to do. That.
Yep.
Side! Theo. Oh, we'll just... You have to go side. There you go. Oh. Why is our family just strewn about?
Well, you know, all crypty and whatnot.
Cryptian?
One day, while
You have to read louder. The earbud is
Oh.
here.
One day, while ashore in the harbor looking for work, I fell in love. She was barely 20, but when I looked into her eyes, the whole world was reflected back, clearer and brighter than the sun. After that, I still went to sea, but my heart remained on land with the girl who had become my wife, and our young son.
Oh, snap.
Will Turner?
I think so. Oh,
Dang.
check that out.
Yeah.
Is it Ezio?
Ballin'.
It's a massive shield.
One afternoon that summer, Messer Polo called me into his study. My father was already there, beside an older man dressed in a strange hooded cape, watching us. At that moment, everything about my life changed. My father told me that he was an assassin. Removing his ring, he showed me a strange marking on his finger, explaining that our family came from an ancient order that protected and defended mankind. He paused, and then, when I did not speak, Messer Polo stepped forward. He told me that the stranger in the hood would teach me, and in return I would carry him across the Mediterranean to Spain. And so began my apprenticeship with Dante Alighieri, one that was to destroy every bit of happiness I would ever have.
Aww. Well, I mean, you can't be happy in an assassin. We all know this. Oh my goodness, it's timed. Oh no. Okay. Don't panic.
first time.
Oh. What's this?
I think that opens it back up.
Fantastic. Just stay open.
Yeah.
Good.
In preparation for our voyage, Mr. Alighieri met with me repeatedly. At first, our meetings were about purchasing supplies, but soon they became about higher things, about life, love, honor, and justice. He taught me that society was set up in such a way as to control its members, to stop us from thinking, from seeing. Soon, I could look past all the laws and illusions. I understood that mankind was being used by its rulers, that we, the people, deserved freedom. It was then that Dante began showing me pages from a book that Messer Polo had brought back from the palace of the great Genghis Khan. The manuscript, the Codex, was about our order, the Assassins.
Ah, the Thievius Raccoonus. Got it. I'll just swim it? Shh. Really not, right?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
I wanted to see if there was anything up there.
Fair enough. Shiny.
Yeah. Very. This is blowing my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Just open the other one back up. Where do I... Okay, wait. Up to there.
Yep.
Let's... Nice. That's a new animation.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Nice.
Camera angle. Work with me.
I really thought you had to do another wall run.
Might have been supposed to. Do I jump?
What's that over there? A treasure?
Well, what do I do?
Yeah, you're supposed to jump down. Get to there.
I think that was it. Wasn't it?
Yeah.
This is like the Cooper Vault.
Can you open it back up now? And also, was there treasure in that other room that we ran through the first time?
I don't know, Jared.
Just was.
I'm playing this for the first time just like you. I can open it back up. Yep. Glad that didn't happen the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely what I was supposed to do. get to that later? Because I don't see how. I don't see how.
Just jump over to it. Grab.
No, I wasn't anywhere close to
Oh,
it.
ladder, right there.
Oh, I came from here, babe.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't see any way to do that. I'm just gonna keep going.
Okay.
Before it locks me out. Ooh. Our planned voyage never took place. While returning to Ravina.
To pick up the remainder of his belongings, Dante died.
Ooh.
Dismayed at the loss of my mentor, I went to inform my father and Messer Polo of the sad news. Before I could even speak, I was ushered into the study, and my father, his face white, locked the door behind me. Shocked, I listened in silence as he spoke. Dante intended to take the Codex to Spain, where it would be safe, but he was being watched. The enemy of the assassins, the Knights Templar, still existed. I recalled the stories he had told me of the Templars, and it all became clear. Dante had been murdered. The Templars knew about the Codex, and they knew about us. Shaking, my father told me to take the Codex and leave for Spain at once with my wife and child. As Messer Polo ushered me out the door, he handed me a small piece of paper with a number on it. With this number, I could draw on his credit, more ducats than I had ever seen in my life, at any bank in Italy.
Okay. Don't like to walk across those. No. It's trying to. The camera's trying to tell me where to go.
Yeah.
Oh.
That sucks. Looks like you gotta do a sidewall jump there too.
Yeah, I was just about to. Think that's the way back?
Uh-huh, it is.
Okay, a little faster. Camera angle, don't help me.
Feel like it's done.
Second verse, same as the first.
Nice. Wham!
Yeah, just fingers.
My fingies!
My fingers.
We set sail that night, the ship filled with cargo to sell in the markets at Barcelona. At first, all was well. Then, to avoid a coming storm, we laid anchor in the Otranto harbor. Cloaked in darkness, the pirates came. I didn't see them until they were already boarding my ship. I hid with my family in the hold. Pulling out the codex, I ran the worn leather cover through my hands. Then, I broke the spine. The pages slid silently onto the floor. I scattered them into the chests, boxes, and containers I was carrying to market. The men who found us were drunk. I could smell it on their breath. When they asked for the codex, I knew who had sent them. Holding back my rage, I said that I had thrown it overboard. They started to laugh. Two held me down, still grinning, while the rest cut off my wife's clothes. She begged for mercy until her voice gave out. Once they were done, they threw her into the sea. They took my cargo and sunk my ship and left me adrift, clinging to a piece of railing. I made it to the beach with my son. My wife's body washed up on shore the next morning with the tide.
Wow.
Jeez.
Did we need that? I mean, I guess.
That is rough. That guy didn't make it.
He did not. Ooh, I hope he wasn't one of our family members.
Fair enough.
Where did so-and-so go? Oh, he said he was going down into the crypt.
Oh, weird.
Oh, didn't see him again. Okay, what? No, you don't have to...
that's a big one.
I've lost time.
Yeah.
Let's just head back, shall we?
Good call.
I lose time on the first one because it shows you the route. I don't know if it'll... It's like I can start running as it's still loading.
Yeah.
You get a little extra time. Why did I fuck that up? Why? Why are you doing that now, Ezio? Made it.
With way more time than that whimper warranted.
Well, you never know. Hello. Ancestor. Same ancestor.
I never saw the sea again. Making my way to Florence, I rented a small room and then visited the bank. I had memorized Polo's account number. With the vast sum I now had at my disposal, I went to Venice in disguise to find my father. I returned to Florence the next day. Both Polo and my father were already dead. From that moment forward, I collected treatises on architecture, studied the classics, and took vocal lessons. I adopted the name Auditore, impersonating a noble at the Florentine court. Accepted as one of their own, I took on the trappings of nobility and constructed this villa for me and my son. And then I hunted them. I raised my son to fight, to find the Codex, and to kill Templars. Like that was going to be
Yeah,
anything
right.
else. Together we would regain the honor of my wife and avenge the death of my father, two deaths that could never be repaid. To the auditory that reads this, remember that you are not a nobleman, you are not one of the deceivers, you are one of the people. Avenge us.
Wow. That's an interesting thing to add to this game.
What a twist. Damn, the ancestral auditory.
So I guess this is him and his son.
That's what I'm guessing.
How'd they get him in here? I don't know. I don't know how you were supposed to get that treasure. It looked like you could potentially climb the wall.
Maybe. It's whatever. Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, we've been streaming for 3.5 hours.
Fascinating. Oh, I was gonna look up to see if they could just drop them in. But that wouldn't really help much, would it?
Not really.
Well, we can now afford all the things.
Yes, we can.
Huh.
Huh. Twins.
Twins. That's crazy. Oh, what's...
Interesting.
Wow, okay. That's a very interesting addition to the game, for sure.